Hey, yo, what up, people? Welcome back. It's your boy D, right? This is D's Daily DD. And I want to give a big shout out to the new subscribers yesterday, right? I got a bunch, right? I appreciate that. I think it was from me, explaining some information on Redbox and whatnot. But before we get into all the information, guys, remember I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? So don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes only, right? And so, yeah, thank you. I appreciate everybody who hit that subscribe button yesterday, guys. We're almost to 300 subscribers. We're past 25,000 views on the channel, right? It's freaking awesome, right? And I'm excited to keep this going and to grow the family, all right, guys? So welcome back, players, traders, and haters, right? And apes, everybody. So today, guys, I'm just going to try to make a really quick video, 5 minutes, right? Just to talk about how we are, in my opinion, getting robbed right now in plain sight, right? As far as like AMC. If you have family or friends or whoever that you've told about AMC and they're kind of iffy and they don't understand it, here's a perfect example of what is happening right now, right? That you could show them and explain to them. And I'm gonna break that down. Okay, I got the whiteboard ready, right? I got some notes on there that I want to talk about. So yeah, guys, hope you're getting ready for your weekend, but we do need to talk about this, right? It is I'm pretty frustrated too, right, with what happens when it's in plain sight, when we can see and tell what's going on, okay? And remember, a lot of this stuff is just my thoughts, my opinions, right? It's not factual all the time. Like it could not be, but I try to bring the receipts, right? All right, guys, always, so I could show you, so I could prove to you. All right, guys, so let's jump into this information. All right, guys. So yeah, yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, right, you knew that I was talking about the fact that AMC was going to get moved from the Russell 2000 to the Russell 1000, right? So now it's going to be with the large caps, and that should bring in a lot of demand, right, in the short term, and it creates volatility as well, right? But I'm just not convinced with like what we saw today. All right, so this is what I'm looking at. This is the AMC price action today, right? So the Russell 1000 was buying shares today. We knew that, and they said it was going to be after hours, which is why I think the shorts tanked it as much as they could, right? Because they knew that this buying pressure was going to come in today. 25 million volume before the buys came in, right? I was watching it right at around 12:45, 12:50, right before the market closed at 1 p.m. and the volume was around 25, 26 million. And then all of a sudden, you get some candles, some big green candles that pushes right back to like where we were at the high in the morning. So right now it's sitting at 12:39 with 80 million volume, right, currently. So that went from 25 million volume up to 80 million volume, right? That was 55 million, okay? The difference, right? When you subtract like what it was at and then right after what happened when the price spiked crazy. But it only went up 42 cents, right? That's odd. Did they short the shares to stop the spike, right? Or T plus two? So T plus two is normally like when you buy the shares. This might not even be the buying pressure from the ETF, right? That's why I'm paying attention right now after hours to see what happens. But did you know how there's 192 million shares on loan, but only like 120 some million shares are actually being shorted? So they still have about 50 million or so that they're holding, right? In case, and that's what I think they're doing. They're like, in case when the spike goes, the price starts spiking of AMC, right? They start shorting it, right? Because they're holding those. Even though AMC and GME both said zero shares for most of the day today. But it could be T plus two, right? So if anyways, like if that folder bought today, then we have until Tuesday to see the full buying pressure, right? When those orders are actually processed. And I don't think they can sell fake shares. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if they can sell synthetics to the ETF. Like, right? But my thing is like we are getting robbed of our money right now because if they're not letting the price go up, right, and you're not letting the value of your shares actually be known or shown, right? And in my opinion, that's fraud. That's manipulation, corruption, right? So 100% utilization, 192 million shares on loan, and 18.6 is the current cost to borrow, right? When the little bit of shares popped, it was like 200, 300 shares popped up today, which is nothing. But where are they getting 55 million shares from, guys? That's what I'm saying. Like if we own 80 and 90% of the shares, right? The retail, then you have the ETS, right? The institutions, they own 36%, 34%, and the insiders own like 3 or 4%. Where in the hell are they getting these shares from? That's my whole point, right? Too like, because the way it's supposed to work is if there you have somebody trying to come in and buy shares, the price is supposed to go up, right? Until you have somebody who's willing to sell the shares for that price, whatever the price goes up to, and when they sell, right? So that's the main point, guys. Like, look at this. Still zero shares, right? And I'm just going to talk about AMC today, guys, right? I'll catch up on Redbox next week. I still believe the window is next week, right? Because of the T plus 35 for Redbox, the amount of FTDs there is. And so we have 12,000 calls that landed in the money for AMC, zero shares. They didn't want it to go above 13 because there was a huge chunk there, right? So even with that huge buying pressure, we couldn't even get to 13, all right? So that just raises a red flag to me, right? Well, so we went over what the Russell 1000 is yesterday, but it represents the top 100 companies, sorry, the top 1,000 companies by market cap in the United States, right? So we'll have to see if they show the real buying pressure. I mean, Twitter's going crazy right now. This was what I was saying. This might have not even been. This could have been just a whale, right? By looking at the volume, you have there was 744,000 right there, that candle, 737,000, and then 1 million right here in these three candles. So that's almost 2 million, a little over 2 million, right? But the volume spiked like crazy, guys. I mean, I don't know if the pressure has been, applied, because it could just still be T plus 2. Remember that. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, we got to keep an eye, right, to see if they process all that. Or what they did, in my opinion, guys, the shorts, right, they had all these 50 million, and if they just neutralized it, right, they just counteracted it. If you have 50 million short, 50 million buys from the ETF, and they just go at the same time, they just neutralize it. So on Monday, Tuesday, I want to see the Ortex data to see if the actual shares shorted, right, represents if they jumped, if they're gonna match the shares on loan. Okay, so that's all I'm looking for, guys. I just wanted to break that down for you. The latest cost was 18.5, zero shares available again for AMC, almost the whole day, right? And then I always like to give you multiple sources. Here's three different ones, and the fee still spiking, which it could still go even higher. And again, if they came in and bought all these shares, shouldn't that increase the cost to borrow, right? So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to point out today, right? They had found like 6,000 shares, quickly disappeared. We'll have to wait and see, but just, if you want to gather more apes, if you want to break it down to them, this is a perfect example of the manipulation that we see on AMC, and why I'm frustrated. I'm kind of mad, right? But I am waiting and I am holding until they cover those shorts, because this stuff just, in my opinion, is unacceptable, guys. All right, zero shares. And yeah, just on Redbox, I'll touch on it. It's still green on this candle, right? We had a little bit of action, just not a lot of volume. But again, I'm giving it like a week or two. This is a very risky play. It is, in my opinion, just a swing play. And I think it has one more run because of those FTDs. But remember, the merger, guys, is and I'm going to talk more about it. I read a little bit about it, but it looks like if this goes through, right, this SPAC that they did, the shares would only be worth like 68 cents to 70 cents, guys. All right, so please be careful. Keep that in mind if you're playing Redbox, and we'll have to see if we can get that push, right, to somewhere in this level this coming week. All right, because of the FTDs that are coming due, right? That's disgusting. It's nasty. That's a lot, right? So yeah, guys, that's the update. Last good thing, right? Going into the weekend, at least for Redbox, the fee is back over 1,000%. Right, that's a lot to pay, guys, for the shorts. Okay, here's the AMC update. Like I said, this is what I'm paying attention. 192 million shares on loan, and I want to see the actual shorted shares. Where are they? I don't know. It's not. Let's see, 22%. All right, I don't know where the actual shares shorted. Oh, right here, 116 million. Right, so that's the difference of like that the shorts are holding, right? Like over, let's see, 116, so over 50 million. I think there, yeah, of shares that they haven't shorted, right? Supposedly, of the real ones of on paper, right? So yeah, guys, there's the update for the day. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Kick back, try to relax, because next week it could, of course, get wild, right? The data's there, guys, for the short squeeze. AMC, right? I believe it's gonna happen here soon, and the pressure has just kept building and building and building. All right, guys. So I'm still confident in the play. I'm holding like no other, right? This is my ticket to new opportunities, right? The way I look at it, depending on the money after the squeeze, right? But this is what's gonna help me move into to get to my goals, right? Of being an entrepreneur, opening different businesses, and being financially free, right? My goal is, of course, financial freedom, right? So thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys on the next one.